Howdy there, welcome back to the channel. My name's Evan, or EJ, you can call me either one, and today I'm doing another weekly roundup. Sorry if this seems a little bit repetitive since I just did one of these last week. These aren't going to be my only videos, it's just right now I'm sort of messing with the idea of a new upload schedule. Uh, so, and I'm kind of running low on video ideas, so right now this is just what I'm doing. But next week I should be uploading my review of the entire first season of The Last of Us. So that's something that'll be a little bit different from this. But with all that being said, let's get into the first topic. And this first topic isn't anything too crazy, but the other day James Gunn took to Twitter to confirm that he is in fact going to be directing Superman Legacy, which I guess is a surprise to some people, but I thought it was pretty obvious that he'd be the one directing it. Like, the dude pretty much hasn't shut up about it since it was announced, and like it kind of just makes sense that he'd direct it since it's going to be the first movie in the new DCU, and he's writing it too, so it just kind of has always made sense to me that he'd be the one to direct it, so I don't find this super surprising. I'm glad he's directing it though. I think he's going to make a great Superman movie. I think this is going to be a great movie, so I'm very excited for this. Moving right along to my next topic, a few days ago, the first reactions were released for Evil Dead Rise, which is the newest entry into the Evil Dead franchise. And so far, everyone seems to think this movie is sick, both literally and figuratively, in a sense that apparently it's insanely gory. So there's that. I'm not really super familiar with the Evil Dead franchise. The only one I've seen, I believe, is the reboot, and I remember liking that movie actually, and I do remember it also being very gory. So I assume that's just kind of a thing within the franchise. I've been meaning to catch up on them for a long time. I just haven't gotten around to it. But yeah, I'm this. Apparently, this looks like it's going to be great for fans of the franchise. So that's really cool to see. And now, moving on to our third topic, we have some Last of Us news. Apparently, whenever they're going to be adapting The Last of Us Part 2 into the series, they're going to split it up into multiple seasons. We don't know exactly how many. I assume it's probably only two. Um, I find that interesting because I don't know exactly how they're going to do that because I can't think of a place in The Last of Us 2 that's not the ending of the game that would be like a satisfying end for a season. Granted, it's been a while since I've played it or watched anyone play it, so I could be, misremembering, or I could just need to play through it again. But also, it does make sense that they're splitting it into multiple seasons because it is a very long game. It is super long, so that does make sense to me. Also, this is coming from, was it Neil Druckmann that said it? I'm actually need to check that. Hang on. I just checked, and yes, it was Neil Druckmann and Craig Mazin, the showrunners of The Last of Us, that confirmed that The Last of Us Part 2 will be split into two separate seasons, or at least multiple different seasons. I can't remember exactly which one. Point is, it's more than one season. And that does make sense to me, but I am still curious at what point is the first half of The Last of Us Part 2 gonna cut? Like, I don't know exactly where they would leave off. That would be like a satisfying end to a season. But I guess we'll see. Now, this next topic isn't really huge news or anything that I have a ton to say about, but it is more Daredevil Born Again news like I had last week. Apparently, Vanessa Fisk from the original series has been recast. They're they casted a different actress to play her. I can't remember her name. Give me just a second. I'll look it up. Just checked, and the actress that's going to be playing her in the new show is Sandrine Holt. I don't think I'm really familiar with any of her work. I don't recognize her right off the bat. But hello, future Evan here. Would just like to say that apparently she was in Terminator Genesis, and I just didn't remember her. I don't remember what character she played, but apparently I have seen her before. But that's all I wanted to say. Back to the video. But maybe I've seen her in something before. Uh, a lot of people seem to think that this is like solid proof that this is like gonna be a reboot and that the Netflix stuff isn't canon. I'm still not 100% convinced. I mean, there is an argument to be made that it is a reboot, a reboot. but I'm not really sure yet. I'm gonna wait until the show comes out to like fully make up my mind. I hope it isn't because Daredevil is like one of my favorite shows, and I like. There's really no reason to make them non-canon, other than I guess they're a bit more violent than most of the Marvel stuff now. But I still don't see that as a valid enough reason to make it not canon. But yeah, that's really all I got to say on this one. By the way, sorry if I seem like much lower energy in this video. I am running off of 1 hour of sleep, and it is really taking a toll on me. I'm so tired. Okay, now this one's something. Uh, I don't know who reported this, but apparently there were reports that came out a few days ago that when Avatar 3 comes out, there would be like a 9-hour miniseries that would go on Disney Plus as well. I don't have a ton to say about this because I'm not really like a huge Avatar guy. I haven't even seen The Way of Water yet. I might watch it at some point, but it's not like super high on my list of things to do. Uh, all I'm gonna say is that's not gonna happen. Releasing a 9-hour miniseries version of a movie that you already have in theaters is just so dumb. There's no benefit to that. That's not gonna happen. There's no universe where that happens. Now we cut to like a year or two later where I eat my words and that has in fact happened. Okay. This topic is the thing that I'm most interested in because it kind of came out of nowhere. So, 2 or 3 days ago, Zack Snyder took to Twitter and posted a video. And whenever I first saw this tweet, I thought it was about Rebel Moon, his movie that's coming out soon on Netflix. Because like he's been promoting that. I'm actually like pretty excited for that. It looks kind of neat, and I'm interested to see what that's going to be about. So I thought this was for Rebel Moon, and it says like incoming transmission or something, and I was like, yeah, okay, this is Rebel Moon stuff. And then it says for Lord Darkseid, and my eyes popped out of my head. They were so wide open. I don't. Okay, there's no way they're bringing the Snyderverse back. There's no way. Also, he gave a date, April 28th to 30th, I think. So I don't know if this is gonna be some kind of like con or something, or like some weird thing he's doing with DC. I don't know, but it's I I don't know what to expect. I'm just genuinely confused by this bit of news. I guess I'll just have to wait until that date and see what it is. But I know they're not bringing the Snyderverse back because they've already said like that's not. Zach has said that's not something he wants to do. Most of the actors don't want to do that, and that's just not within their plan. So I know that's not what it is, but I'm still very curious to see what this possibly could be. I've just rewatched that clip I recorded, and I want to clear something up. It seemed like I was being a little negative towards the Snyderverse, and I just want to make it very clear that I don't hate the Snyderverse. I actually pretty much enjoyed it for what it was. Like I have fun with it. I enjoyed most of the movies in it. So please don't just jump on my back about that. I have no okay, I won't say I have no problems with it, but I enjoy it. Okay, now this is another bit of news that came a bit out of nowhere. Apparently Tom Cruise just asked David Zaslav if he could see The Flash early. David Zaslav said yes, and now Tom Cruise has said that he thinks The Flash was a great movie, and that's really all there is to it. So far, everyone that I've heard from that's seen the movie says it's great, or I've heard people say it's one of the best comic book movies ever made. I still have doubts that it's going to go that far, but I do think that this might just be like a really great movie because every single person I've seen talk about it that has seen it seems to love it. So I am getting more and more excited for it. Still not thrilled that Ezra Miller is a part of it, but there's not really much you can do about that once the movie's shot and finished. Yeah, uh, that's just that's just it. I'm excited for Flash. I really am. And now, moving on to the last topic, and I'm just realizing it's a lot sadder than most of the other topics in this video. The other day, Lance Reddick passed away, which really sucks because that man was a great actor, really underrated too. I knew him best as his character in the John Wick movies. I always enjoyed seeing him pop up in there. He was always really good. Um, yeah, it really sucks. He was only 60 years old too, which I know a lot of people see as like super old, but I still think 60 is too young to die. And he seemed like he was in like great. He seemed like he was healthy, is what I'm trying to say. So I don't think they've released a statement saying what the cause of death was. So I don't know about that, but yeah, that really sucks, man. He was great. And Lance Reddick actually does have a few more roles that he recorded or acted out before he passed that will be coming out. Obviously, he's going to be in John Wick 4, which comes out later this week, I think. Um, he plays Zeus in the upcoming Percy Jackson Disney Plus series, and he is going to be voicing Hellboy in the upcoming Hellboy video game. So those are the three that I know about. He might have had more roles coming out posthumously, but those are the three that I know about. Um, yeah, rest in peace, Lance Reddick. He was a great actor. Sorry to end the video on such a somber note there. I probably should have not saved that topic for last and say something else, but yeah, also sorry if this video comes out to be a little bit shorter. But if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on my post notifications if you don't want to miss any of my future uploads. I upload every Sunday, although I am, like I said, messing around with the idea of a new upload schedule, so I'll update you guys on that if anything comes of it. That's about all I got for you today. See ya.